Hey guys, I'm back with another process video today, and I thought I would use this A4 sized um, background that I had made quite a long time ago. I think it was over a year. So this is the third time I'm filming this voiceover, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds um, a bit weird, but yeah. So I'm gonna start by stenciling some flowers with some white gesso onto my background. I'm using white gesso just because it's the only medium I have that is white. You could have easily used, one could easily use modeling paste or acrylic paint, and it would have pretty much the same effect. Then I'm just holding down the stencil with some washi tape here, just to make sure that it doesn't move around. And I am using a 4x4 photo today, and it is just a picture of bees. We were sitting on a kind of a ledge in Greece when we were waiting for our classmates to come back so we could we were on a school trip with so my friends and I were sitting on the ledge waiting for some people to come so we could all board the bus and go back to where we came from. So and we just noticed a bunch of bees on these flowers, and we kind of have a kind of like a thing with bees. It's something like, I don't want to call it an inside joke, but it's not really a joke. It's just kind of like anyway, we have a kind of story. We have a background with bees, let's say. We have history with the bees. So we thought it was funny that we just happened to sit by like a very large amount of bees. So we took a picture of it, and I'm going to scrapbook it. So yeah, so while I was waiting for the modeling paste to dry, I am playing with a bunch of different papers here and trying to see what kind of layers I want to do behind my photos. So I started with my standard white notebook paper kind of thing, and then I also went through a variety of different 6x6 paper pads that all came in a pack of paper from, I think it's from Lidl. And now I'm going through my embellishment basket to see if there's anything and just pulling out things that I might want to use on my page in a bit. So I got multiple things here. I have Hip Kid Club exclusives. I got Pink Fresh Studio. I have Amy Tangerine. I have Chamel. I have, yeah, I think that's about it. And then I'm going through my thickers, and I'm just going to pull out a couple different options that I thought I might want to use, that are possibilities to use as a title on this page. So I'm going to go through these stickers here just to kind of remember what's in them, because I haven't used them in quite a long time. And then I'm just looking at all the embellishments and trying to keep in mind some things. So I really liked how this cork looked on the page with the green and with the photo, so I really tried to use it on this page, but I think the font was too big, and it also was not working. I don't know, it was just it was just a struggle. So here I decided I'm going to add one more flower. I made the mistake of adding it too close to the other one, so there is a bit of overlap, and I kind of wish it was a bit higher so they wouldn't overlap, so it kind of looked like they were like floating in the, not floating in the air, like flying through the air or something like that, like in the wind. So yeah. So there is that, and now my original idea was to put the photo cluster in the bottom there, but it wasn't working. I'm gonna rearrange the layers a couple of times just to see if I can kind of contain that section, but yeah. So I am gonna glue the white border, the white mat down, and then I'm going to rearrange the layers a bit so they're just peeking out at the top and bottom as opposed to all four sides of the cluster, and that decreases the size of the cluster and the impact of the papers quite a lot. So I'm going to play around with where I want to place this title, because I couldn't figure it out. So I'm gonna play around a bit with these chipboard pieces. Yeah, these are actually chipboard letters. I was very surprised to see that. I have like, it's chipboard, and then there's a cork layer on top. So I decided I'm just going to use these white foam letters. They are the Rockabye font, I believe. And I'm just going to put them on the curve of the floral here. I'm going to try the cork one once again, but I don't know. It wasn't really working. I think it was just too big. I'm going to put these on the curve of the floral. And the problem with that and the placement of the photo at the moment is the fact that they're way too detached from each other, and it looks very, very weird. I needed to find a way to make it look cohesive. So my first thought was to maybe add some hearts in between. I like the idea of adding the hearts because it filled in the gaps and also brought some sort of a different texture and a different bring some color up there. So I didn't like that color though, so I'm going to replace those with some pink hearts just to bring in the pink from the layers. And that looks so bad. I don't like that whatsoever. Like, the photo down there and the title up there is not working. But I was going with it anyway, so I pulled out these Vicky Budin die cuts. I think they were from her first collection, which I think is called Vicky Budin. So yeah, and I have a bunch of circular elements. I was trying to layer them next to my photo. Then I thought maybe I could make a cluster of embellishments in each of the florals. And I'm just attempting various different things here that are not working whatsoever. So eventually I'm going to just remove the layers behind my photo because I wasn't liking them. And I'm going to move the photo up so the title overlaps it. And I liked how that looked on the page. I'm going to try a bunch of different things before I do that here in a second. And I like how that looks on the page. The title is the photo, the layout just looks a bit more cohesive. But yeah, I think I should stop making it in 1/2 by 11 pages. The last couple ones I made were just not a success. So yeah, well, it's this one, and then what was the other one? I don't remember what the other one was. It's not the one about I Love Lucy. It's about, oh gosh, I don't remember. Anyway, so there's that. And then to kind of balance out the curve title up there, I'm going to add the date, the year on the bottom curve of the other floral, and instead use some pink chevrons just because I didn't have pink hearts. And I knew I wanted something to go down at the bottom, but to fill in that gap between the florals, because I needed something to kind of ground the layout. Now the layout now at the moment is the top part is very heavy, so I needed something at the bottom to balance it out. So I thought maybe I could do some some sort of an embellishment. So I got out my one of my die cut containers here. Then I just decided I'm gonna write the journaling on there right onto the background. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to leave a space between the floral stencil and where the journaling goes, and it's going to look trapped, and I don't like that. I wish I would have shifted the journaling over, some of the lines over, but it's done, so I'm gonna have to live with it. And I did add a craft color tag behind my photo because that adds some interest. And just, I don't know, adds it a bit of a something. So I think that's about going to complete the page. It is very simple, not one of my favorites. I think I'm not going to be making any A4s for a while. I don't know. I keep saying that, and then I go and make another one. But anyway, so now I'm gonna double the border behind my on the layout on the. I'm going to border the whole layout with a black gel pen, the same one I used for the journaling, and I'm going to stick everything down, and that is going to complete the layout. I will have pictures over on Instagram if anybody's interested. Oh, here I had to use some 8s instead of 4 S's, so I'm just cutting those apart here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.